At the end of Biden's regime, the Democrats have not gone out quietly. They have gone out kicking and screaming. Biden, among his final acts, has continued with his flood of pardons.
It's a Fox News alert. President Biden, this just came across, just issues new pardons for Dr. Anthony Fauci. You could call these preemptive pardons. Dr. Anthony Fauci, retired four-star general Mark Milley. This just happened moments ago. It also includes the members of Congress and staff who served on the Select Committee and the U.S. Capitol, and D.C. Metropolitan Police officers who testified before the Select Committee.
Biden, among his final actions as president, has issued a further slew of pardons. The Democrats really are masters of pardons, with Biden the pardon meister extraordinaire, with over 8,000 pardons issued. Here he pardons Anthony Fauci and Mark Milley, as well as the January 6 committee members and those who testified at the January 6 committee. Fauci, who really is an appalling piece of work, arrogant and not truthful, and really should be tried for crimes such as funding gain-of-function research in contravention of US law, among other things. And Milley should be reinstated and court-martialed for what he did in communicating with the Chinese, undermining President Trump when Milley was chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. But this is the corrupt Biden family. So, of course, the pardons don't stop there.
President Biden pardoning his family members minutes before President-elect Trump is sworn in. I want to go to our senior legal correspondent, Laura Jarrett. Laura, walk us through it.
Yeah, Lester, a rare and sweeping pardon here from the president in just his final moments while he still occupies that office, pardoning all of his living siblings and their spouses, including James Biden, Sarah Biden, Valerie Owens Biden, his sister, her husband, John T. Owens, and his brother, Francis Biden. Now, Lester, none of these people have been charged with crimes, but he says he's doing this because there is partisan politics here, obviously referring to the president-elect who's set to take office just minutes from now, Lester. Again, he's saying he's doing this as a preemptive.
If you enjoy this sort of content, please like, share and subscribe. You can even buy a cup of coffee if you wish. Biden went hog wild and pardoned his own family, all living siblings and their spouses, in his last moments. This is unbelievably corrupt, and many of these so-called pardons will no doubt be tested in the Supreme Court. After all, the dictionary definition of pardon is the action of forgiving or being forgiven for an error or offence. Clearly, the definition doesn't apply to these so-called pardons. Further, the pardon power in the Constitution doesn't match either. And here I read: "The President shall be Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy of the United States and of the militia of the several states when called into actual service of the United States. He may require the opinion in writing of the principal officer in each of the executive departments upon any subject relating to the duties of their respective officers." And here I'll continue in making the point, "and he shall have the power to grant reprieves and pardons for offences," and I stress that, for offences against the United States, except in the cases of impeachment. And then you have the reality. Trump has, by executive order, made lawfare against previous political foes illegal. That completely destroys Biden's argument for this. And then we have the usual AOC insanity.
Well, we are on the eve of an authoritarian administration. This is what 21st century fascism is starting to look like. Republicans really model themselves after Orban's Hungary. And so you can look to see how Viktor Orban runs Hungary.
This is insane stuff from AOC. She really doesn't have a clue about fascism. It's a pity that she has not spent a while under fascism to see what it's really like. In any case, the Biden administration, with its lawfare and IRS persecution of political enemies and its censorship of views that ran contrary to its agenda, particularly during COVID, far more represented a form of fascism more than anything the Republicans have done post-McCarthy. Of course, loving the sound of her own voice, AOC does not stop there.
To get a taste of how they will try to govern and control media and companies in the United States. And this is kind of an entree to that. As far as what we do, this is a time of experimentation. A lot of people will still use platforms, can still use platforms, but I also look towards places where you have more ownership as well and develop your audiences there. Like Blue Sky, you own your audience. It's a protocol, decentralized protocol, newsletters, email.
She talks of the government controlling media and companies in the United States. She is unbelievably unself-aware, given that what she is talking about is exactly what the Democrats did. If this girl grew another brain cell, then at least she would have two that she could rub together. Thank God the Green New Deal is gone. And then she goes into defamation.
All these journalists are like, Congresswoman, are you going to the inauguration? Congresswoman, are you going to the inauguration? Are you going to the inauguration? Let me make myself clear. I don't celebrate rapists. So no, I'm not going to the inauguration tomorrow.
On talking about attendance at the inauguration, she says she won't go because she doesn't celebrate rapists. AOC genuinely is one of the most stupid, most idiotic people ever to become a representative in Congress. Any Congress, state or federal. Did she not see the massive payout that Trump got? $20 million that the ABC and George Stephanopoulos had to make for making the same allegation. The mind boggles with her and her disrespect. No doubt she is angry because she wasn't invited. Ha ha ha. And continuing the disrespect.
America will reclaim its rightful place as the greatest, most powerful, most respected nation on earth, inspiring the awe and admiration of the entire world. A short time from now, we are going to be changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America, and we will restore the name of a great president, William McKinley, to Mount McKinley, where it should be and where it belongs.
Here we have Hillary Clinton showing her clear disdain. Even her husband showed more decorum. An absolutely disgraceful performance, reminding me of Pelosi tearing up one of Trump's State of the Union addresses while she was Speaker. The Democrats have been absolutely smashed, and they don't even realize it yet. What do you think of the Democrats' behavior in the last hours of power? Please let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.